I glared again at my father. He seemed so focused, so delighted to be back in India. You see, he had grown up in Ahmedabad. In fact, we had lived in Ahmedabad before we'd left for America 11 years ago. And it was there that my father expected my brother and me to settle right back in. Anand into the 8th grade, and me into my first year of college. And my mother, you ask? She'd worn her favorite salwar kameez today. So tickled she must have been to be back here. No doubt she was in league with my father. I decided I wanted nothing more to do with either of them. A frowning immigration officer stamped our passports. We collected our things, 2 large and 2 small suitcases, and went inside the customs hall. Packed with worn-out travelers and about the size of my high school gym. It smelled like it, too. Inspectors on the far side of the hall picked through passports, paperwork, everybody's baggage like scavengers. Anand, what are you doing? My father asked sharply. My brother had unbuckled his suitcase and was rooting through it. Not now, beta, my mother said. But then my brother found what he was looking for. His brewer's cap. He slid off his headphones and slipped it on. Why bother with that now? My father shook his head, half amused, half irritated. He sized up the lines in the customs hall. 45 minutes, he said. 45? My mother shot back. This will take 2 hours minimum. My father turned to her and scoffed. You're sure of everything, aren't you? Our connection to Ahmedabad left in 3 hours from the domestic terminal. I asked how far that was. Far, my mother said. My father pushed strands of thinning hair across his scalp and with a long sigh admitted, Yes, it's far. As long as we were waiting, I figured I'd better shoot some video. Since leaving Wisconsin, when was that? Yesterday? I'd been recording footage for a kind of video journal. My own first-hand reports on what it felt like to go from home sweet home America, across Europe, and on to the far Indian tropics. I planned on mailing the tapes to my best friends, Nate and Carl, and my girlfriend, Shannon, every month. So I took the camera out of the case and panned across the hall, across the sea of faces, mostly brown faces, surrounding me. Some I recognized as tired fathers, much like my own father, in spectacles, short sleeves, and mustaches. I saw women who resembled my own mother, in their salwar kameez clutching purses and duffel bags. They all stood silently or in tense conversation, tending to their luggage and their children. They all looked so miserable. And here I was, no different from them. I was one of them. That got me dreading my fate even more, so I put the camera away and sat next to Anand on one of the suitcases, hoping for conversation. His headphones pulled over his brewer's cap, Anand bobbed his head, drumming his fingers on the suitcase and humming to the tune that filled his head. Who are the Brewers playing this weekend? I asked him, as cheerfully as I could. White Sox, Anand said, without even turning to me. Last game of the series. He resumed his humming, his drumming. I left him to it. But I couldn't keep it bottled up like Anand. I needed to talk, to stay braced against my anxiety. I glanced at my father again. There he stood, oblivious as ever to Anand and me, one hand at his hip and the other picking at his mustache, staring intently at the front of the line. I turned to my mother, who had propped herself atop a suitcase, tapping her chin. Are you happy? I asked. I mean, happy to be here? Mm-hmm, she said absently, without looking at me. I didn't believe her. Didn't want to. Over the past few weeks, I'd been building a wall between me and the tide of fear, depression, and panic I could now sense rising. I knew it was there, filling up my heart. Keep it together, Vikram.